Hey guys, what's going on tonight? So, the Ruger 2245 Lite, the drama ends. I'm going to try and get this video all in one take, so if I stumble a bit, just bear with me. If you've watched any of my videos over the past year, you know I purchased a Ruger 2245 Lite, the 4.4 inch barrel, and I have had nothing but problems with it. Right out of the box, I tried to get 1,000 rounds to it. Erratic problems. One time it would shoot fine, next time it was just a jam-o-matic. In January, I had called Ruger and explained to them the situation, and they wanted to replace the magazines. So I'm like, okay, fine. So they sent me 2 new magazines on their dime, along with an envelope to return my 2 magazines. Made no difference. I continued to fight with it. I replaced some parts inside, polished it up. Shoot one match, it would run perfect. You'd shoot the next match, and it was just constant problems. Finally just got irritated, and I called Ruger to see what they would do. Called customer service, got a real nice lady on the phone, and I started telling her, I said, look, this is my name. I purchased a 2245 Lite back in October, and she pretty much cut me off right there. And she's like, let me send you a label. Ship the gun back to us, we'll get it running right for you. Okay, great. Kind of thinking maybe they knew that there was issues with some of these guns, because it seems like for every one of these guns you see runs perfect, there's one that is a nightmare. So I sent it back. They sent me a prepaid mailing label. All I had to do was just put it back in the box, slap the label on it, and take it to FedEx. And this was something that I learned. I didn't know for sure, is that if you're sending a gun back to the manufacturer for warranty service or repair service, you can ship it directly to them, and they can ship the gun directly back to you, as long as it's the same gun. If they're not replacing the gun, their preferred shipping method was FedEx. So I shipped it out on a Thursday, and they get it on the following Monday, and the guy calls me late, about 6 or 6:30 in the evening here, Eastern Standard Time, because they're in Arizona, so it's 3-4 hours difference. Asked me what kind of problems I was having and what kind of ammo I was using. So I explained to him, it's like failure to feed, failure to eject, stovepipes, constant, erratic. You just could never tell how the gun was going to behave. And as far as the ammo goes, it's pretty much anything that was made in .22 long rifle. CCI, standard, mini mags, 36 and 40 grain, Federal Auto Match, Fed Reds, Winchester Super X, Winchester White Box, Thunderbolts, you name it, I tried it in this gun. So the next day, Tuesday, I get a shipping notification that the gun is being returned to me. Just a tracking number, no information at all. So the gun ships Wednesday, I get it back Friday, and I didn't even take it out of the box. I just grabbed my range bag, straight to the range, filled up a magazine, and fired one shot, fired the second shot, stovepipe. Cleared it, stovepipe, feed jams, same problems. Now supposedly, what they did was, I don't know if you can read this or not, items replaced was the bolt assembly and the sear. And then it says here, after repair, pistol was function fired, 40 rounds of Aguila 40 grain, 20 rounds of CCI mini mag 40 grain, copper plated round nose, and 20 rounds of Federal Auto Match 40 grain without malfunction. Now, I don't know how they did that, because it malfunctioned on me on the second shot. So I brought it home, and nothing I could do, as it was late Friday. Monday I call Ruger back and explain to him, I said, look, I just got this gun back, it's doing the same exact thing. I said, what can we do? So this girl wasn't as friendly, but she wasn't rude either. She sent me another prepaid label. I sent it back. I shipped it Tuesday, and this time I typed up a nice long letter saying what kind of problems I had, when I got it, where I got it, sent them copies of the receipts, Told them that, you know, you guys replaced the magazines first. You've had the gun back once. It's still not running. I would really rather just have the gun replaced. Now, on their website, there's a place where you can click contact the CEO. I copied and pasted that same letter that I put in the box to him and sent it, which I never heard anything back. Tuesday, I think it was. Yeah, Tuesday I shipped it, or Wednesday I shipped it. And Friday, I get a call from Ruger, again late, asking they need my FFL information. They're just going to replace the gun. So I'm like, all right, great, sounds good. So I get the gun back, and of course, the replacement firearm was function fired with a total of 135 rounds by production and a customer service technician. JMP and BC, I guess that's their initials, with customer's magazine without malfunction. Returning customers 5 magazines that were received with replacement firearm. So, they replaced the gun. Can't say enough good about Ruger. They really took care of me on it. Now, when they sent me when you send the gun in, they only want you to send the gun and the magazines if you're having problems, or the problems could be related to the magazines. So I sent them the 2 magazines that came with it, which they replaced. I sent them the 3 magazines that I had purchased, and I sent the gun. They sent me basically a whole brand new box. New gun, 2 more magazines, my 5 magazines that I had sent to them, new rail, new bag, new lock, new cable, new paperwork, everything. Just a brand new gun. So when I got it, I just put it up on the shelf because I had lost all faith in the 2245 Lites. I didn't really care because I have the 1911 22 and another Ruger that I picked up that I'm going to do a video on next. So I was covered for Steel Challenge matches. And this one sat on the shelf for about a month. I finally figured, well, I better take it out and try it and see how it does. So took it up to the range and got it out of the box, put a drop of oil on the bolt, racked it a few times, shoved the magazine in it, and just blasted 10 rounds as fast as I could. It shot fine. So I filled up another magazine. That one ran fine. Filled the magazine up a 3rd time, and it still runs great. Well, at this point, I had got the attention of the guy in the lane next door to me. He come over and asked me what I was doing. I explained the whole situation to him. I told him, I said, I just want to run this thing till it convinces me that it's going to function reliably, or till it just burns out. So he started loading magazines for me, and I started just shoving them in the gun, and then I started loading magazines, and he was shooting at no targets, just blasting them downrange as fast as possible. About 350 rounds, not one issue. Now, the gun was totally box stock at the time. It actually still is, with the exception of the comp and the optic I put on it. But it still has the magazine safety disconnect installed. It still has the, I don't know if you can see it, I know it's filthy. I'm not cleaning it until it dies. The loaded chamber indicator down in there. Stock extractor. Stock everything. Nothing's been changed in it. So I'm like, well, I better put the optic and the comp on, dial it in, we'll get it set up, and we'll try it in a match. So did that, lined it up, another 150 rounds, shot perfect. Took it home, put it in a bag. That weekend, the next Steel Challenge match, I took it again, dropped oil on the bolt, racked it a few times. And if you watch my Steel Challenge video on my other channel, Florida Shooters, see the Wyoming Antelope Club match last month, I shot this gun. And the first 4 stages, gun ran perfect, not one issue. I got to stage 5, of course that's when the optic broke. I struggled through that stage, and then for stage 6 I shot another gun. So I have to say, Ruger customer service really took care of me on it. They replaced the gun, didn't give me any issues, no hassles. If I complain about anything, it was the fact that when they shipped me the new gun to the FFL, he charges $15 transfer, so I had to pay that. And probably if I would have complained to Ruger, they probably would have taken care of me on that, but at this point I didn't care. I just wanted a Ruger 2245 that worked. So if you got a 2245 Lite, this model, they've discontinued this model, by the way, don't hesitate to call Ruger. Their customer service is top notch. They really took care of me on it. So look for it in some future videos, but I've got another video coming up here shortly on another Ruger that I picked up. I got some parts on order. I got the tandem cross trigger, the tandem cross loaded chamber indicator delete, and let's see, a Volquartz and sear. I still have my Majestic arms replacement to take down the speed strip kit, to take down pin 2-piece with the hammer and the hammer bushing to remove the magazine safety. So I'll do another video later on that. So until next video, guys, take care.